In today's video, I'm going to be driving up to Sears, the store in Michigan at Westland Mall. Now, Sears, as in like the company Sears, not Lowe's, but Sears, and what's left of their Craftsman brand. I'm gonna go take a look and see what they have left, and I'm gonna take a look and see if they can fix my ratchet. If not, give me another one. Now, I'm hoping that they can do something with mine, because I don't want to give this one up. Most of the new ratchets that they make are made in China. After Stanley Black & Decker bought them out, or bought the Craftsman brand, most of them became Chinese made. And that's not anything bad, it's just Chinese made ratchets aren't built with the same type of forging materials that we did here at Western Forge in Colorado. And this ratchet, based on its key code on the back, was made at Western Forge in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I want to say thanks to those people who had made that ratchet, because you made a ratchet that not only helped me forge the way, and play on words there, forge the way into my own career, but you also made something that lasted miles longer than any other thing that I've had. And you made so many tools that will always stay with us in our family, and I know that you're in many other families as well. So I want to say, for those 150 workers that were still working at Western Forge in the year 2020 that just got laid off, I want to say thank you for your dedicated work. I know Sears still carries the Craftsman brand. We're going to see what they can do with my ratchet, and I really do want to see if they can make it better, fix it up, give me another one that's the same, something. I just don't want to get rid of this ratchet, because the ratchet has been with me since 2007 when I first bought it for like $20-something. I saved up all my money to get that ratchet, and I didn't have a socket set, so I borrowed my dad's socket set and I worked on my bike. And I used to do that out in the garage like I did with the cars. I used to work on bikes before I worked on cars. So it kind of holds a special place in my heart. Now, it's a gloomy fall day, yes. We're driving through Canton, Michigan, and we're gonna go see, a Cadillac Seville. What the warranty process that Lowe's has and Black & Decker has with Lowe's. Now, here's a simple thing. I could have easily just taken this ratchet to the Lowe's near my house, and that would have been easier to do, because Lowe's actually will just take this ratchet and give you one that's of equivalent value, or something that they match it up to. So if you have an old Craftsman ratchet and you want something that's Lowe's quality, I'd say you can just take it there and they'll just match it up with something, and it has to be hand tools only. So ratchets, sockets, all of that, and they'll give you a brand new one free of charge, because they have to honor the lifetime warranty. But in this case, I don't want to get rid of my ratchet. I want to keep mine, but I want my internals fixed or something like that. I just want to see what they can do with mine. So if they give me a new one, I'm obviously going to keep my old one and just buy another one and take the internals from that and transfer it over or something. But it seems kind of wasteful to just give me a new ratchet every single time like a gear train breaks. Unless the ratchet's actually genuinely broken, I don't think it's worth the time to have to give you my old ratchet and then you give me a new one, and then this one gets discarded and who knows what's gonna do. But that means it's also gonna be remanufactured, or it's also gonna be just tossed out and remelted down. So the question is, how environmentally friendly is it? And there's a big truck. So we're gonna see turn at Warren and Central City Parkway. That blue striped building right there, that used to be an old Sears service center. And we are at Sears. When you think of like sad, look at this. Look at this. There's only, that's the whole store right there. There is absolutely no one here. Now mind you, I did visit this place a couple of months ago, and I'll show you the clip from that, and there was not much people here either. So we have made it to Sears. So I'm at the Sears in Westland, Michigan. This is the parking lot. I can see under, not much, not many. So here's the ratchet. See how it's missing? Yeah, let's see. Okay. Man, how I missed walking into a Sears. Sounds like they need to hold the door. Look at Sears. There's absolutely nothing here anymore. I mean, we've got this, but everything's on clearance. Escalators and Sears. So I handed over the ratchet, and he says he's going to rebuild it right now. So we are going to wait for it to be rebuilt. We're going to open the vise up. You're going to want something sturdy to hold it in place. There we go. And I don't want to break my ratchet. So there we go. Let's pull this down just slightly so you can see. Use a pair of snap ring pliers and stick them inside the hole like so. What you're going to do is compress the snap ring on the inside. Okay, snap ring finally out. Okay, so the first thing is to remove the snap ring, that this whole piece comes out as one unit. There it is. Then we have the switch, just like that. Then we can pull this whole assembly out. So there's the pieces, there's the switch, and then the ball, just like that. And that's every piece inside of this ratchet. And then to reassemble this ratchet, there's also a spring right here. I'm going to remove it from the vise, and carefully, if you can see that little spring right there, I'm going to put the ball in to hold it in right like that. So if you can see, the ball is inside of the ratchet. We're going to take a pen cap or something, just because we have to compress and hold the ball down. So compressing this ball, you do not want to lose the ball. Okay, I'm going to try this. This is where, to give you guys an angle, I'm going to compress the ball down, take the new switch, slide it in, just like this. There we go. That ball is seated. For this piece here, the switch, we're going to carefully push out a little bit, tuck this inside. You push it out just a little bit, push this in. Oop. Did I mess up the ball? No, I didn't. You want to be careful of the placement of where you're putting it in and that ball, because you don't want to drop the ball out. There we go. Then slide everything in, and the mechanism is intact. Sweet. Now all there's left to do is to take the new ratcheting mechanism, stick it in like that, stick some white lithium grease in there, or grease or something, stick this back on the new cover, because this is going to be painfully challenging. I'm going to stick it back in the vise. Tighten the vise down so it doesn't move. Take the new snap ring with your snap ring pliers. Press the snap ring. And this is just a standard snap ring. If it does break, you can go to the hardware store and get one. Compress it in. Careful, these things tend to shoot out sometimes. Just work it in there. Little by little, we can get it in. There we go. And the ratchet works again. We've got a new switch. And there we go. That's how you rebuild those ratchets.
Not a single thing. Oh, there's a couple of ratchets up here. Not much here.
Okay, what he ended up doing, he ended up replacing all the internals on the actual ratchet so it works as it should when it was new. Now that's, I think, is more environmentally and economically friendly than throwing out my ratchet at the other stores and just giving me a new one. But we're gonna go test this out and see if the new inner piece works. Give me the old ones back that were broken. I had one broken tooth, so that's what was setting me off. But he rebuilt with the new internals, a new switch, and it works now. Everything. Lancer! What I bought from Sears as well is this 3/8" in lifetime warranty socket extension. I mean, I can always get rid of them and sell them if I don't need them. Sadly, they're not made in the US. Paid about $6 for that on sale. I'm gonna turn. I bought this 1/2" extension for $269. It's pretty long, given the shape of my head. It's pretty long. And then on top of that, I bought this 1/2" 6" extension. So I bought this 1/2" as well. This 1/2" as well cost me about $8, and it was brand new. Now, though it's not American made anymore, it's still roughly much better than some. And I'm glad it has the lifetime warranty, because then I'm able to utilize it how I want. And if I didn't want to do it, I could still sell it because somebody else can utilize the lifetime warranty if they're starting out as either a tech or something. What I like about this idea is that I can always give it to somebody. And if I don't need it, I can always throw it up on a, not eBay, but like Mercari or something. And because it's a Craftsman, people will buy it. See? Yeah. So besides that, I got a pretty nice little lot here. They didn't have much in the store, and I'll show you some old clips of the store about 2 years ago when I went there.
See what a Craftsman section looks like, or what's left of it. Got the sockets over here. Every single rack is like a clearance rack here.
And mind you, it has changed quite a bit since then. The inventory has really gone down. They don't have their Land's End clothing anymore. They're not an affiliation with a bunch of companies anymore. So it's just, it seems like they have a couple of stores to stay afloat, and they're just, yeah, but still, this is my score. The only one that was there for under $10. And if you went to Lowe's, it still costs about $30. So, and it's rebuildable. Okay, I'm gonna drive, go get something to eat here in Canton, and yeah, I've got like a little bit of time to get back. But I hope this was kind of cool, and if you have a local Sears store, don't forget to stop by and take a look at it, because, you know, there's not, it's something of the past. And for the older folks that are probably going to be watching this video, they probably will understand that Sears was the go-to place at one time, and that Sears was like the bomb diggity, because no one uses that anymore either. But I went to Sears to go get clothing. Most of my clothing is Sears. Our fridge is Sears. My dishwasher is Sears. My tools are Sears because they had the vocational program. And everything else, even the vise that's behind me is my Sears. I have a vise on this trunk. And it's just, it's really cool. But it's sad that the decline of what it is, and they're not doing a lot of those deals anymore. I'll talk about that more in depth if you want me to, but hey, I'm glad I could show you something cool. Well, I'm gonna go stop and get something to eat, and I'll be back later. Holy crap, look, it's an Audi R8. Right up there.